Today's video is brought to you by Extra Space Storage.
Hi, I'm Eric.
And I'm Ashley.
This is our dog Joni and our van Casper. Come join us for a tour.
So moving into the van, this is kind of our front entryway. We have some shoe storage right down here. We have access to our under sink area. This is where we fill our water. And then on the door, we just added some rock climbing holds. We're rock climbers, so that was just a fun little touch. So one of the first alterations we made to the van was adding in this swivel seat, and we're so glad that we did. It just makes more livable space in the van, makes it seem larger in here. We also made what we call Joni's throne. So this is where she sits when we're driving. And like a lot of things in a van, we made it multi-purpose. So this is where our trash is. We house our food there also. And it's also on wheels. So we're able to pull it out into the living space here and sit on that when we're doing dishes, just hanging out in the van. Just adds more space to sit. So underneath our swivel seat, we built this water bowl holder for our dog. So it's able to kind of push under the seat when we want it tucked away and then pull out when we want it accessible for her. And we have one of the spill-proof bowls in there, and it's actually worked really, really well. We don't find that we have water on the ground when we're driving at all. So it works out perfect. And then we also added a curtain here. So we pull this closed at night, blocks off some of the light, makes us a little bit more stealth. It also keeps the back of the cab a lot warmer. We also have a diesel heater here, and we're able to keep the cab nice and warm back here. So then this is kind of the kitchen area. So we have some drawers here that pull out. We have an electric cooktop that we can put up on the table there. We also have a propane stove. We opted to not have a fixed stovetop in our van. We just like being able to have options, whether we want to cook in the van or cook outside. We actually prefer to cook outside. We're able to stand up, and then that just cuts down some of the condensation in the van. We have a 50-liter fridge here. It pulls out on a slider. We're able to fit pretty much a week's worth of food. That was one of our goals when we were building the van, is that we wanted to be able to be off-grid for a week. And between our food storage and our 20-gallon water tank, we're able to do that pretty easily. We made plenty of storage in here for dry pantry, spices, all that. Up above here is where we store all of our dishes. We just have it on a little pop-up hinge there so it stays open. We have all of our pots and pans down here, and silverware. Ooh, latches everywhere. Silverware in this drawer. One of the things that we noticed driving is that we needed to put in latches everywhere, and that was kind of an afterthought in the van. We thought that the magnets would be strong enough, and they're never strong enough. So we have latches everywhere. That's one of our steps before we start driving, is make sure everything is closed. So this is one of our favorite aspects of our van build. So we've seen a lot of fabric fruit hammocks, but we didn't like the fact that it would rock around while we're driving. So we opted for something more sturdy. So we have a metal basket here. It has a latch right here and flips down like that. So we're able to pull it out and fill it and then pop it right back in there. And it stays really sturdy while we're driving, so it's not rocking around. We really like having fresh fruits and veggies in the van, so that's a great place for us to store it. And then over here, we have sort of our electrical control panel. So this is the control panel for our diesel heater, our battery monitor. We have some USB charging ports here, the switch for our inverter, and then this is the switch for our under cabinet lighting. We love this under cabinet lighting because it just lights things up when we're trying to prep food. We like having that option beyond just our overhead lighting.
Hi, I'm Kat with Tiny Home Tours. Today's video is sponsored by Extra Space Storage. Head on over to their channel and check out the full tour of Whitney's 1989 GMC van. Whitney converted a 1989 GMC into a tiny home on wheels for her and her pup. Her home is filled with personalized touches and everything she needs to spend a day on the slopes, the crag, or whatever gorgeous piece of scenery she decides to explore next. Check out this tour of Whitney's van to see more of her and her life on the road. As a van lifer and lover of outdoor sports, Whitney understands the importance of having proper storage in her tiny home. Her rig is filled with inexpensive and smart storage solutions so she can quickly find anything she needs to spend more time outdoors and less time searching for stuff. Whitney has created lots of clever storage hacks to fill her van with all the gear she needs to get outdoors, whatever the weather. There is some stuff that simply just won't fit in your tiny home on wheels though. Luckily, Extra Space Storage has over 1,900 properties across the country, so you can easily switch out your skis for your mountain bike and hit the road.
I think the decision to go tiny was made over a number of years. We had been adopting minimalist ideas into our life for quite a while, and we lived minimally in our house for quite a while. We love nature and we love to travel, and so living in a van just kind of made sense for us. We weren't happy with the 9-to-5, suburban lifestyle that we were living, so this kind of gave us an opportunity to explore a different way of life and meet new people, and for Ashley to explore a different career path as well.
Mm-hmm. So this is the other side of our kitchen. So we wanted tons of prep space because we love to cook. So just having all this counter space has been awesome. We have our sink right here. So we have a 20-gallon water tank, which lasts us quite a bit of time. This is also on a pull-out handle, so when we have the doors open, we're able to use that as a shower if we want to. Under the sink, we house our gray tank under here. So it's a 2.5-gallon gray tank, which is relatively small, but we actually enjoy having such a small gray tank because we're able to pull it out easily, dump it into pit toilets. It just gives us a little bit more flexibility. We also liked having it inboard because when we're camping in cold areas, we don't have to worry about our tanks freezing under the van. We have our 20-gallon freshwater tank inboard also. So it flips down here so we're able to see where our water level is at. And then we're able to fill it on the other side when the doors are open. Right in our entryway, we have a switch for our overhead lighting. This is on a 3-way switch that's dimmable, so we're able to turn it off when we're back in bed also. Up here, we have our walkie-talkies. So we love having those for when we're driving, trying to park. I'm able to be outside of the van on the walkie-talkie, kind of letting Eric know when we're close to something, getting into position. We also use those at night if we have to go outside and one of us is away from the van. It's just an added layer of security for us. So this picture is another little multi-purpose item that we have in the van. We were looking at it and we were like, man, there's a lot of space behind there. So Eric put a hinge on here and it flips down. So we put pamphlets, mail, anything we want to get off the table behind there, and it just hides it all away. So this is kind of our junk drawer. Everybody has a junk drawer. It's just for whatever doesn't go into our kitchen. We put our first aid kit, tissues, pens, whatever doesn't go in another place in the van. And then up above here, this is kind of our toiletry area. So lotion, shampoo, conditioner, toothbrushes, all that stuff. And we put a mirror on here, so we're able to get ready over the sink there, brush our teeth, do our makeup, whatnot. Well, me do my makeup, not Eric. So to make a living, I'm a traveling nurse. I work in ER and ICU. So for travel nurses, we take anywhere from 8 to 13-week contracts, and there's contracts all around the country. So I work with a recruiter to decide where we're gonna go next. And because of this career, we're able to have a lot of flexibility. I'm able to take extended breaks in between contracts where we can travel around and kind of recharge and reset before taking another contract.
Yeah, it's allowed us to kind of choose where we want to work around the country, and we can choose how we want to travel in between those contracts. And I'm a freelance product designer. My background is in medical industrial design, so I'm just picking up odd jobs here and there.
So this is sort of our living room slash bedroom. So when we're in couch mode, we're able to pull this table out here and we can work on this, eat on this. It's just kind of our multi-purpose dining room table that just slides right back in. We wanted to maximize storage in the van because we're living in this full time. So we have all of our clothes storage here. One side is for me and one side is for Eric. And then we have this flip down storage here, which is pretty deep, right over the wheel well. So we store our outdoor chairs, our awning, any kind of electrical doodads, our hiking backpacks. We've got tons of space under there for that. And then down here we have vertical storage. So this is for our winter coats, anything that we want hung, not wrinkled. So to convert into a bed, we put this on a 2-slat system so that one person was able to make the bed themselves. So this just pulls out, and this is a French cleat design. So the angle here matches the angle here, and when weight goes down on that, it doesn't slip off. So it's a super stable system for our bed. We feel comfortable sleeping on it at night without worrying about weight capacity or anything like that. And then this back cushion just flips down right there. So a couple of the more personal touches that we put in the van, we collect pins from every location that we go. So national parks, national forests, that sort of stuff. And then we print out little 2x2 pictures of memories from those locations. So this is kind of like our timeline of our time in the van. So it's fun to look back on. And then we also have a scratch off map here. So anywhere that we've been in the van, if we've slept overnight in the van, we count that as being able to scratch off the state on the map. And we also have in permanent marker the track that we've gone in the van. So we've been looped all over the country. So our ceiling is made out of pine slats, and instead of using stain, we opted to oxidize the ceiling. So it was a less toxic way to get this effect. So you use steel wool and vinegar, and it finishes it in this color.
So then underneath our bed, we have our deep storage. In the back is our very deep storage for winter coats and air compressor and things like that. And in the front section, we keep our tools, and it also houses our electrical system. So our electrical system consists of 200 amp hours of lithium-ion batteries. This is where our charge controller lives for the solar, and our 1000 watt inverter. So we wanted to be prepared for everything on the road, and I probably over-prepared in the tool department. My background is in woodworking, so I had a bunch of stuff, and I was like, well, might as well bring it all. And yeah, probably too much. So you can see we have, you know, basic tools like wrenches and pliers and that sort of thing, and then it's some exotic tools as well that we probably wouldn't use as often. We also store our tire patch kit and fishing supplies down here.
We feel like time is our biggest asset that we have here. So that's something that's really, really valuable to us. We decided that we wanted to live tiny and hit the road right now because we didn't want to wait until retirement. You hear so many stories of people who save their entire lives for this retirement, and sometimes your health isn't great. Sometimes things happen and you're not able to live out those dreams. So we kind of made the decision that we wanted to live out our dreams right now and make that a priority. So living tiny is a huge, huge aspect of that. We're able to work less because we don't have as many expenses on the road.
We view time as a currency now. Instead of getting paid to go to work, which everyone, that's a need, and of course we still need to make money as well, but we've kind of recalibrated our idea about how we're compensated for our time now. And we feel, at least now, that we're spending our time more wisely than we were when we were working 9 to 5.
You start to view getting paid for work less about what can I buy with this money, but what can I do with this money.
And what can I do with that time otherwise?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So this is Casper. She's a 2012 Chevy Express 3500 extended model. She's got the 6.0 liter LS Vortec, and we've outfitted her with some all-terrain tires to go just that extra distance when we're out in the backcountry. So on the roof, we fitted her with 300 watts of solar, and you can also see our tube storage for fishing poles or walking sticks or long items like that. And one of our favorite features is this exterior lighting. It was actually an afterthought that we added on later, and that has been a game changer to light up the night when we're in new campsites. We've also fitted her with 2 max air fans, and being able to control temperature and humidity in both directions, push and pull from the front and rear, has been fantastic. And then at the back of the van, we just have some more storage, some plugs, both 5 volt, 12 volt, and 120. We also have a light here that we use when we're reading in bed, or it also works well if we're cooking out here. And Ashley's fairy lights make for nice ambiance in the back as well. Here's our fold-up table. We use this when we're cooking outside, and we can just pull out our stove here, and it fits perfectly on this little platform. So we created our website to kind of blog about our experience, one, but also give back to the community, because we've learned so much through others and YouTube and Instagram, and we've reached out to people who've answered questions for us about how to convert vans, or questions about finding campsites, those sorts of things, that we wanted to create content like that as well. We didn't want to just, consume the content. We also want to, kind of put our spin on it as well. So on our website, you can find information on how to build vans, and travel tips, and how to find campsites, and our perspective on work and life. And it's kind of our way to give back a little bit to the community that has helped us so much.
Thanks for following along on our van tour. If you want to find us on social media, you can follow our blog at www.createyourownroadshow.com, or on Instagram at create.your.own.roadshow. See you guys later.
Bye. Unexpected challenge, dog farts.
She sleeps right under our head,
Yeah.
and she snores and farts all night.
All night.